Hello there, welcome back to the channel. My name is Myro. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and all that good stuff. Today I'm going to talk about System of a Down and their second studio album, Toxicity, released back in 2001. So 24 years later, and this album still slaps. System of a Down is an Armenian-American alternative metal band formed in Glendale, California in 1994. In 1998, they released their first studio album, self-titled debut, which received moderate success, and singles Sugar and Spider received moderate airplay on MTV and radio. And unfortunately, this album was overlooked by many and heavily underrated because I think it's as good maybe as Toxicity is. There are some certified bangers on it, but it wasn't until Toxicity was released just a couple of days before 9/11 in 2001 that this band got the breakthrough they deserved. And I can really say Toxicity is a classic album. It's been 24 years since it was released, and I think it still slaps. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I haven't heard this album in full in a very long time up until recently. And I was blown away once again. I think it sounds amazing. The production is fantastic. It was produced by Rick Rubin, who obviously had experience working with metal acts, most notably Slayer. They did draw inspiration from the bands of the era, most notably new metal, but they added their own touch to it and made it sound different, unique, and recognizable. Most notably, the addition of Armenian influenced melodies and instrumentation is what sets them apart from their contemporaries. I think it adds another layer to their sound, and sonically, I think they sound amazing. It's 14 tracks, well, 15 if you include the hidden track, but it's only 44 minutes because the songs are short, punchy, in your face, and you get the sense of it from the very beginning when you're set for a barrage of great, heavy, crunchy riffs, erratic Serge Tankian and Darren Malakian singing, and memorable hooks throughout this whole record. It is unreal, and the general flow of the album is also flawless. It's perfect. The song run from the opener Prison Song up to X or Multiply is just that constant barrage of heavy aggressive riffs, and the only real slowdown comes in a couple of songs in the second part of the record, and that melodic bridge section towards the end of Chop Suey is quite recognizable and memorable, and it's the only time when album gets to breathe a bit because it is just that constant aggression throughout this whole record, which I adore. The instrumentation is tight and memorable, heavy crunchy guitars, insane drum work, and some quite interesting bass lines throughout this album. Serge singing is maybe the highlight for me and one of the more unique aspects of the band for sure. The way he spams facts, for example, in the opener Prison Songs, and without sounding awkward or derivative, is a nice example of how interesting and unique his voice really is. I mean, he does it all, and one of the things that got me into this band in the first place is his voice, the other thing being great riffs and great melodies. But there is another aspect of this band that I really love, and those are the lyrics. I already mentioned in the beginning of this video that some of these lyrics are relevant even today, and even more so than back in 2001. Uh, some of the songs hit hard at home. For example, Dear Dance, that is dealing with police and state brutality and oppression. The opener Prison Song is talking about the American prison system, war on drugs and its problems. I mean, even though I'm not an American, I'm quite aware of the problems. But to me, the lyrics that speak to me the most are the ones talking about environmental issues and how humanity is ruining nature, because that's the thing that's quite relevant and prominent here where I come from, because we have a problem with air pollution, water pollution, every kind of pollution. It's getting out of hand and getting worse every single day. For example, we have song ATWA, which stands for Air, Trees, Water, Animals, and that's an acronym and ecological belief system propounded by none other than Charles Manson. I mean, Darren Malakian had an interest in Manson, obviously in his environmental movement stuff, but and he stated that you have to separate that from the gruesome crimes he committed. But I mean, it's kind of awkward to use Manson as an environmental movement example. But either way, those messages are still relevant to this day. Chop Suey was originally supposed to be called Suicide. but that was changed most likely due to the sensitivity of the subject. But apart from the serious stuff dealing with drug addiction, politics, state oppression, environment, we have some goofy, silly lyrics like Bounce, for example, that are dealing with group sex, or extremely catchy Jet Pilot with some nonsensical lyrics that even the band members don't know what they're about. It is a fantastic album from start to finish, and I have to mention that my favorite song from this whole record, and one of the first songs I heard from the band, is Toxicity. That intro melody is still engraved into my brain and it never gets old. I think it's an amazing song. And overall, this is a 10 out of 10 record, banger after banger. 40 minutes goes by like this. It's a perfect album, in my opinion, and a classic for a reason. One of the best metal albums of the era, for sure. So, yeah, this will be my short review of System of a Down Toxicity. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about this album. Have you heard it before? Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and all that good YouTube jazz. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.